All right, Leo, we are back for your September reading. It is September 12th or 13th. Um, yeah, I'm way behind on these as usual. That's okay though. I get to them when I get to them. So some of the other signs, I've messed around with some interesting new decks, and I am using a new deck for us Leos too. But I'm not messing with any of those decks that are difficult to read. I want to give my Leos the most accurate reading because I'm a Leo too. So we are using the Golden Art Nouveau tarot. My favorite tarot reader on YouTube, his name's Rich Lopp. Go check him out. He's phenomenal. Uses this deck pretty frequently, so I bit the bullet and ordered it. I also ordered a couple other ones that I've wanted to explore, but I can't see myself using them too frequently. I use this one in my Cancer reading. Masonic Tarot, spooky, spooky, spooky. Controlling the world with that thing. And also the Jungian Tarot. I'm a big Carl Jung fan. I'll show you guys this deck just because I don't think that I'm ever going to actually use it in a reading, or at least not until I study it and figure out a good way to use it. It's pretty. None of the cards are labeled. Real pretty artwork. It's expressionist or something. I don't know. What would we? I don't even know what card that is. I shuffled it, and now I don't know what any of the cards are. This one looks like the Magician right here. Real pretty deck. Real cool. But I can't see myself using it super frequently. Okay, so we are using Golden Art Nouveau. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay, let's see what we got here. Give this a couple shuffles here. I'll set my oracles off to the side for a little bit. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Alright, let's see what we got here. A couple more. Let's set this deck off to the side. And we'll light some incense too. Set this fucker over here. We're burning super hit today. I'm gonna light this sage too. This is sage I grew from my garden. Alright, some fresh energy up in here. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so our energy for the month is represented by the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords. The people in our lives are represented by the King of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Swords. And what draws us to them is the Strength card, or maybe that's what draws them to us. And up here we have the Three of Pentacles and the World reversed. Now down here we've got the Ten of Swords. Look at that. That's a real cool card. And the Seven of Cups. Oh boy. I don't typically interpret readings that I do for myself out loud very frequently, but we'll see what we got here. Okay. So we've put a great deal of passion into something this month. I don't know what exactly it was that we all put passion in. I know what I put passion into. And we ended up in kind of a sorry place, and we're grieving, we're healing, we're taking some time to think things over, and we're getting there, but we're at a hard spot right now. What I see the relationship that I draw between these two cards is that both of these are a struggle. This one is a spar and a fight, something that we do passionately. Like, I think back to high school wrestling with this. Like, we're passionate about it and we spar and we practice, but it's something that we do that's good for us. So we're practicing and learning something here. If you notice, the people in this hand aren't fighting with swords. They're fighting with wands, so they're learning and they're passionate about the art that they're pursuing. And in this particular card, the art happens to be combat. So we've been practicing our art or our craft, and we've been left in a state of despair or a state of great contemplation, like where we're put in the position where we're losing sleep over it, or we've got to think something over. We put a lot of intense thought and energy into whatever it is that we're going through. And the people in our life, I see them as being kind of the catalyst for this. I see them as having some kind of mastery over material means that they're using, maybe inappropriately, or maybe as a means to, like, I don't know, I'm trying not to make this too personal and apply this broadly, but I see the King of Pentacles as a manipulator. I see him as like somebody, like, I see him as, like, when he's in the reversed position like that, at least he's a manipulator. He's somebody that's in a position of power or wealth or has a lot of material leverage, and he uses it against you or against the if it is your card, then you're using it against the people inappropriately. And I see the people in your life, like, they can see the position that you're in. If we can match up the swords energy here, this is the ace is the signifier of the deck, so they can see you in the position that you're in, and they are like they're in their own world, or if they are connected into your world, it's not necessarily in a, like, I don't know, it's hard reading the Leo readings because I relate them too much, and I don't want to read my horoscope to everybody. I want to read your guys' horoscope. I see what connects you to the people, or them connecting to you, is strength, which is a good thing. They can send, and the strength is the Leo card. Like, this is the card of the month. This is Leo's card right here, and they can sense your strength and your passion. And that's what draws you or ties you to them, or pushes them away and puts them in a position where they feel like they're on guard and they have to guard their resources or whatever it is that they have. But they're starting, they have a new idea. They've got a new plan here with how that they're going to proceed forward in their relationship with you. And that's okay. And up here, for some potential outcomes. Wow, we're getting to 10 minutes already. I got the Three of Pentacles, and I see this as you working hard on something that other people can't quite understand, or don't, or they want to showcase some kind of criticism towards you and put you in a position where you have to explain yourself for what you're working towards. And I do see you completing the project, but it might not be completion in the way that you want to. I see this being completion in the way that they want you to. So I see this as an outcome here of conformity, or the status quo, you doing what needs to be done to please the people around you, and it's completed, and you get whatever you want. Like whatever the deal was or the bargain was, you get what you wanted out of the bargain. But I don't see it being completed in the way that you expected or wanted it to be completed. So down here, another potential outcome. I see whatever it is that you're grieving over or thinking about coming to an end. I see that being the end of the cycle, you putting it to death. And this is a face-forward card, so I see I see this as being your problem lying there dead, full of swords. Whatever it was that you were doing, you took swords action. Swords action is decisiveness. It's a decisive action. We take a stab at it, and we finish it off. We kill it. So this is us putting the problem to an end, and I see us moving on to bigger and better things, and I would caution you to make sure that these bigger and better things are worthwhile, and they're not just things that are going to make you happy in the temporary. So we're going to draw some oracle cards here too. We're not really oracle cards. I'm trying to learn Lenormand, or at least figure out how to read all these cards. And I've looked through the book, and I've got a pretty good idea how they work, and I was pretty spot on when I interpreted them intuitively in the first place. But we're not going to play Lenormand here. I'm just going to use these like I use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, my typical oracle deck, and just interpret them at face value. And I think since we're already at 12 minutes, I'll draw 2 of them. Okay, so the first one I drew was the ship. And I see the ship as a card of travel and a card of new beginnings, which I also see the star being too. I see like the 3 wise men were guided by the star, and they're off to see something new and beautiful and something great. And I see this is where we're at now. We're on a journey of discovery. That's my fucking dogs. Alex. We're on a journey of discovery here, and I relate those to the Ten of Swords. They're putting something old to death here, and we're moving on to something new and exciting. I will see you next month, Leo.